Ooh, we back, baby. Look at this. I'm so bright over here looking at the world. I think these are like at an angle though, too, though. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Lunch Money Podcast, episode 21. I got my boy Sideshow Mike, got DJ Concrete. I can't even say ones and twos. He's more on the videography shit, moving shit around, making sure that stuff works, everything goes right.
He's the GOAT, bro. Without
Hey,
him,
look, hey,
comedy
hey,
can't
let's
make
take
that
a moment.
happen.
Let's give him a hand, y'all.
Oh,
DJ
thank you.
Concrete, y'all,
What a
baby.
guy. What a guy he is.
Appreciate it.
Because he's
We're on
the
episode
wizard behind the
21.
keyboard. Wizard behind the keyboard.
There you go.
Makes
Yo,
it happen.
real
You know,
quick.
he displays all of our names. He's got the logo. He got the backdrop. I mean, can we get a clapping animation in here for DJ Concrete? I mean, he is just
Where's the,
one great guy.
where's the button at? Does he have a clapping button yet or no?
Hold on, it's on a different bank because I loaded up Euro. Oh, there we go. All right.
Boop, 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 boop.
Uh, Come on now.
There it is. Round of applause. I like that shirt.
no,
Sunday Fun Day, huh?
You got your own audio bank on here with only one sound file on it, so.
We need to add more sound files to it. We need to do the clapping. We need to do some kind of horn or something.
Let's see.
Like,
I
liking that.
I can get crazy with
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm like, hey, we need to add
that.
to ours.
they're all kind of cheesy.
But I like those. But then we got the flavor, our button one. Then we need to build ours about a little bit more out.
All right.
Yo, real quick before we even get into the whole thing we're going to talk about today, I want to talk to you, Sideshow Mike. I want to know how your week is, and then right after that, DJ Concrete, I want to know about you too, and then we'll get into our little conversation today.
All right.
Yeah, buddy. Yo, the week's been good, bro. It's been slower at work since there's no school. We've been reduced hours and making sure, because I mean, there's like nobody at the Y. Everybody's on vacation, whether that's being with family, friends. There's not on the island right now, so we're just we're laying low, hanging tight, and we're obviously still open for the people that are still here and that still want to come get their daily coffee, smoothies, whatever they need. You know, snacks out of the case, drinks, whatever. But
Soups.
it's been yep, true. It's been a slower week for us, so I mean, there's really, other than that, it's been just hanging low, working from home, just trying to go to the gym. I've been playing basketball lately a lot, so that's been a lot of fun. Going to the high school basketball practices and scrimmaging with them, having a lot of it goes to show how out of shape that us older generation. I mean, obviously, I'm so
Shut
young.
the fuck up.
I'm just saying, like, we're out. It's so bad because the first 3 minutes of the scrimmage, we were all like this, like panting, breathing heavy. Yeah, we could not catch our breath. But I mean, it was worth it because it keeps us in shape in a sense. Like, if we keep doing it, we'll continue to get into shape and gets us out of the house. Is something to do. So that's great. We also have the boys basketball playoff game coming up this weekend at home. If you guys are, you're not doing anything. If you're not doing anything, go support them. I'm not sure what time it's at, but it's on Saturday, so hopefully that'll be a packed house. Get them hyped up because it's win or go home. So this will make or break their season. They should they're playing with Linfield, so they should come out and play pretty well. I don't know how good Linfield is per se, but the Vineyard team, they definitely got it going on. They got good chemistry and they play well together. So they're gonna be if they can just play their game and score and play defense and talk to one another. I mean, they're gonna be hard to beat because they got some weapons and they can play together. Like I said, the chemistry is there. So it's good. It's been a good week for me so far. It's the middle of the week and I'm gonna go to work tomorrow and then head off island this weekend. So.
Whoa. Where you going off island?
I'm going to my old hometown to see some of my old friends that I haven't seen in a while, and then we're going to do what we used to do. We're going to go to our old YMCA and play some basketball for a while and maybe go get a bite to eat or something. But I just haven't seen a bunch of these guys in a minute, so I'm going to go see them, see what's up, and see how they're doing, and catch up, chill, hang out, and come back. What, I think it's Monday. Yeah, come back on Monday, and we'll do it all again, brother. because I literally
Yeah, man.
definitely miss hanging out with all of them. Obviously, I grew up with them and being around them for 15, 16 plus years. It was just it's hard to be able to work and take time off and go to see them often. So once I have the times to do it, I definitely take advantage of it. So I'm gonna have a good long weekend with them and live our old days and just be in each other's presence because it's been freaking
Gonna catch up
too
and
long.
relish the time together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every time I come
You
to
didn't even
Atlanta,
catch what he just said,
I
did
got.
you? I love that,
Every time,
Mike. That was awesome.
hey, every
I
time I
couldn't
come to
think of a
Atlanta, I do
pun.
the same thing.
I couldn't think of a pun for mustard.
I love it. That was freaking good. That was a good one. Keeps us on our toes, making sure we're still paying attention. But nah, man, yeah, like you said, just catch up and relish our time together. And just really catch up and definitely play some ball and just relax because it's we all need it. We all need to hit that button, that reset and relax button for a little bit. So it's good to go home. I haven't been home for a long weekend in forever, so we'll be able to get a lot done. I am excited. All right, enough about me. What about you guys? how's your weeks going so far?
DJ, what's up? Talk to us,
Oh
DJ.
man, it's been a muddy week. We had one nice day. It
I
felt like
know.
spring, and then every other day it's been either raining or I've been having to walk through the aftermath of that rain. And it's been cold. Aside from that, can't complain. I'm putting together a modular house, which is mostly already put together, except for all the straps that keep each individual module together, and all the interior, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So yeah, that's been my week.
Lovely.
So here we go. So since the last time we talked, almost $1,000 later, the money that I did not plan on spending for the van,
My beard is long.
um,
Your beard's long.
put me in a little bind. So we have a brand new radiator that I planned for, but I didn't plan for a water pump, a hoses, a whole bunch of other shit. And so I officially called my job today, the one I was working. I was like, yo, can I come work for like 2 weeks? So I'm coming to work for 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm not leaving yet. But got the van back. So the van's running. But now the tension pulley, it looks like it's about to go. That's only a $24 piece, and I can fix that. So
I was
we're
gonna
okay.
say that's not that expensive.
But it's just everything after another has just been hit lately. And stuff for the house, set me back 3 days because I was stuck at a mechanic shop in the van overnight. So I couldn't do shit at the house.
Man, yeah, I got rid of my van after a few hits. It was like, all right, it feels like it's getting old, and every time I fix one thing, another thing breaks, and I regret selling it. I do. I don't know. It was such a good car. I should have just kept fixing it. It would have been worth it.
I mean, it's 20 years. It's a 20-year car that has an new alternator from last year, has a new water pump, new radiator now, all new spark plugs from last year, new battery from last year, whole new front end from last year.
Yeah. See,
Brakes.
if I was smart, I should have taken the money that I spent on the new car and used it to trick out the van and like get that thing in really good running shape, so I don't have to worry about it breaking down anymore. That would have cost a fraction of the price. A very small fraction of the price.
But as I talk about this, we go into the conversation we were talking about earlier, fear. Fear in different categories. So let's talk about this first. So first of all, we have a 20-something-year-old, we have a 40-something-year-old, and DJ Concrete, you're in 30s or early, late 20s?
35.
35, so middle 30s. We have everybody in each number group, right, kind of age group that we're talking about. So in your 20s, I can tell you my fears at 20 was different than my fear at 40.
Talk to us.
One of
Let us
my
know.
fears, I was in Iraq. Or a fear that I'm not going to be able to do this or pay for this. As I get older, your fears of, I don't want to have a heart attack. I want to be alive. As you get older, you start thinking, hey, my time is coming shorter, and that fear, or the fear of leaving a job to go to a new job, or to leave a career and go into a new career, or to leave a girl who just doesn't work out for you because and the fear of being alone, or the fear of failure, fear of not being able to pay your rent. We deal with fear every day, but it's how you go towards it. What I mean by that, before I let y'all go, is if you look at fear and you run the other way, and you don't come up with a plan to overcome that fear, overcome that thing that's scaring you, then you're not being successful in life to me. If you have a fear, you have to, and even if you don't overcome it, but at least you attack it, that shows that you're overcoming that fear.
Mm.
What do y'all think about that?
No, I definitely agree. I mean, you got to keep on pushing on despite the circumstances and what is put in front of you at certain times, because it's not only trying to teach you certain things at those certain times, but it's trying to show you maybe you're trying to do too much, or maybe you're trying to or maybe you're not doing enough, or you know what I mean. So you just definitely got to look at it, try to at least in a positive, open perspective to, okay, why is this happening at this moment, and what is it trying to tell me, kind of deal. And that's how I've tried to attack life. But although don't get me wrong, it's not easy. It's easier said than done. But definitely fear is a thing for me. It's like, if I'm scared about something, or like if I'm fearing that I'm not going to be able to complete something, or if that'll just, I've noticed that maybe it's like I'm not ready to do that, or maybe it's just maybe I just am overthinking a certain thing about that topic that I'm trying to get done, or maybe taking on a new job like that. And obviously, I wasn't afraid to take on a new job. I definitely wanted to get to where I'm at today out of my old job, but I was definitely like leaving that job. I was like, oh my gosh, am I ever gonna get to be around these like people again, or like just certain people within the company and stuff, and am I ever gonna be able to get to where I want to be in life, or and I've obviously had my moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really, all these things are unfolding at once, and I don't know how to definitely navigate them or go through them. But I've noticed that I just have to try to at least do one thing at a time, and I can't get it all done at once. Whether that's trying to figure out what I have going on, which is either life, finances, what I want to do, pursue, just anything in general. I just have to really just focus on getting one singular thing done, and then I'll be able to move on to the next. Because I've noticed, like, yeah, I've been able to do it before, but maybe that time it was just, I was in a different mindset, and maybe I was just in a different spot where I could be able to do that. And now it's just like sometimes, because I just have so many things going on at once at all times, it's just like, all right, let me focus on this, get this done, and then focus on the other. Because if I try to do too many things at once, then I'm just gonna never fully complete a task. Like, I'll always be scrambling around trying to do everything at once and trying to figure out all those certain things, and then I'll forget about just finishing one, if that makes sense.
Oh, we can't hear your
You're
audio.
muted.
So you're not talking. You're what some of the stuff you were talking about is fear, but other stuff you were talking about is being more organized and controlling what things you're doing and getting it done. When I talk about fear, like, what's your biggest fear in life?
Right now, my biggest fear in life, I don't know.
I mean, I've been over here thinking about it. Fear that because of the economy, or I'm not going to be able to own a house one day, and then that leads into fear of starting my own business, and then that leads into fear of, well, what if that's a bad decision? Maybe I'm in the wrong career. I don't. I'm good at working with my hands. I'm not so good at all that stuff on paper and dealing with people on that level, So there's some fear for you.
Yo, think about this. I worked for a job for 11 years and 3 months, and I stepped out to go and chase a dream that I had since I was 6, and that was fearful.
Well, weren't you going crazy being stuck there for 11 years and 3 months? Weren't you like, is my life ever going to go anywhere?
I was in the Army, though. I was going somewhere.
Okay, all right, never mind. Cause see,
So if it's a job where you're going somewhere and then you leave it, like I could be retired right now.
cause I mean,
Probably with a Sprinter van and a house, and
yeah,
but
You have a house.
you got the
but I
house.
wouldn't
van.
be happy though. I wouldn't be a chef. I wouldn't be the hippie head chef. I wouldn't be doing Lunch Money
You never know.
podcast.
Oh yeah, true. Not the
Right.
podcast.
Like
part.
I even had a fear for us to start Lunch Money podcast, even though I had it in my head and I've been wanting to do it. The fear was making sure I had the right people, making sure that I picked. The fear was that I picked the right people, and I know I did now. Like I knew it after the first week of us talking before we went on the show.
Mhm.
Okay, for both of y'all, I knew it was a thing. But the fear of one of my biggest fears when I go to a new restaurant to work at, the fear is that I'm not good enough, even though I know I'm good enough. It's that fear of, am I gonna go in there and fuck up? Am I gonna fuck up? Like I can't. And at the time, I had to be like, you know what? This is what I do. People pay to see me cook. I just go in there and be me. And I've learned that over the years and over the time of having to switch jobs the way I do.
Mm-hmm.
What I just tell you, my biggest fear in life is to be a failure. But here's the deal. If I didn't take that fear on and be like, I'm good with that, I can hold that fear and I can work with that fear, then I would just stop and not do nothing and go sit and be a homeless guy on the street corner. Because I wouldn't even want to try because I wouldn't want to have the failure effect. You know, somebody tell me no, they don't want a dinner from me. Somebody tell me no, they don't want my food. You know, I could sit there and say, fuck this, because that to me is a failure. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Sideshow Mike, how many times have you woken up and been like, damn, how am I gonna am I gonna be able to pay this bill? Am I gonna pay that bill? That fear of that. And that controls you and owns you a little bit.
Definitely snuck up on me a couple times, but I've been good with my money, being able to make sure that I'm in the right track and able to provide for myself. So I haven't really had many moments of like that, thank God. But in the moments I have, it's just like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna have to pick up hours? And it's just like, am I gonna? And it happens in the times where I need the rest. I swear, it's like whenever I feel run down, or like whenever have felt like I need to, like, especially at my old job, bro. Like whenever I felt run down and the fact that I needed the rest and my body needed the rest and I needed to sleep, and like, because it was just a go job, and it was, when I didn't get that, I was like, am I gonna like crash this truck because I fall asleep behind the wheel? Like, am I gonna hurt myself because I'm not paying attention because I need sleep? Like, what's going on? So I've definitely had moments where I was just like, okay, this is a lot. And definitely have had moments where I'm like, oh no, I can do it, and then I got through the day, thank God. But it's just at those times, man, it's scary because you're just in panic mode. Okay, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna pay this at this time? How am I gonna? And it's just like, I hate asking for money or anything in general, because then obviously, yes, I'll have to pay the person back, or like I have to do something to pay my respects and whatever, but because that's just who I am. But I just hate, in a sense, being in debt to things and people, and just like money just like that is just, I'd much rather do it, get it done myself than, and obviously yes, I can use the help, but I just hate having that, oh, I owe this person this, or oh, I owe this for that. And it's just like, I feel like if those things were to just pile up on one another, it would just be so overwhelming, and I just wouldn't know what to do, and I feel like it would just make matters worse for me. So that's why I just make sure that I'm like, I make sure that I'm good in that sense where I don't have to worry too much about my money. And obviously I could be better. Everybody could be better with saving their money and stuff, but I've gotten myself into a position where I'm able to, I mean, obviously it's harder to save money on the island because everything is just so damn expensive, but I've been able to be decent enough to where I have like a little bit of a cushion at points, but there are those times where I get tight and I'm just like, what am I gonna do?
So you're 20-something years old. The questions I'm about to ask you, do not take them as disrespect or anything.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about failures in age groups and stuff, and how scares of failure, or not failure, but fear.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're talking, let's talk about this. Have you ever, yourself, not your mom and not your dad,
Mm-hmm.
had to worry about paying a rent for your place that you stay right now? Like you, because your parents really take care of it. You pay them rent, but if you were short, they'd be okay with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm what I'm trying to say as a 30 or even in my late 20s where I have my own apartment and rent was coming due and a car, something happened to the car.
Mhm.
So now you're paying $1,000 for that. The $1,000 supposed to go to your rent goes to your car. Now you got to fucking figure out. And the fear of not being able to pay your rent. What I'm saying is you get older, you might have these issues. I'm just saying, but each age group, even in my 20s, I didn't have to deal with that because I was in the Army.
Mhm.
In my 30s, when I was out of the Army, I still didn't have to deal with it because I had my GI Bill. That was paying me rent money, and I was married, and then I was living with a homeboy, blah, blah, blah. But in my late 30s and my early 40s, bro, right now, there's times because of things happen. You can try to save. But when you're chasing a dream like us in our kind of world, you don't have that 9 to 5. You don't have that boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You have to maybe like right now, y'all slower, so you might have to work less hours, so that's less money.
Mhm.
You know, and then or you have a car, right?
Mhm.
You bought a car, right? Let's say, knock on wood, not trying to wish nothing bad for you, but something big goes wrong with it. And now you got to pay for that. But on top of that, you still got to pay your rent, you still got to pay your insurance, your cell phone bill, 5 credit cards that you maybe have. That shit gets up, man. It starts stressing you. And it starts making you feel like failure is right there. But that's those times is when you lean on your friends
Mhm.
and you lean on your support system. And it could be, bro, it could just be somebody who watches your Instagram and they leave a note and says, hey, man, watch you. You're really proud of you. You're really working hard. And you're like, I got all this. I feel like I'm about to fail, but I'm not.
Mhm.
Or like today, a lady that owns a beer company, I won't say it all yet, but she wants to be on the podcast
Mhm.
in August. And that's probably a good time for us to have her there. She reached out to Edwin. She met me at the food truck with Edwin. My phone, sorry.
Mhm.
But like she reached out and she wants to be on the podcast. All the stuff that we talked about that I've dealt with in the last 5 months where I did feel like failure was there all the time.
Mhm.
And that's why I've been talking about this because I'm almost through the tunnel.
You see
And
the
that's what I'm
light.
trying to get at. Like, it's being consistent even when you see that failure in front of you and keep fighting so you don't fail.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what the thing is. As each of us, we do that daily. That's all. That's what the main thing. And the ones that don't do it, they need to learn how to lean on people to help them get through those fears.
I feel like it's also harder for those people too, because maybe they were brought up in a way where, oh my gosh, they're not. It's not okay to ask for that that kind of help, or like maybe they were brought up in a way like, oh, you need to fend for yourself and figure it out yourself, and that's what's wrong with our today's day and age. It's just like people,
But you gotta learn.
That's where the pride. I know, but like think about it. Like you're in a household from whenever you were born up until what, say, most people live till they go to college like 18, 19, and then they get 18, 19 years of straight boom, 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 like fend for yourself kind of deal, and they get in that situation, and then they're just like panic and they don't know how to, in a sense, ask for that help because they've just been taught all those years. All right, do this way, do it so you can do it for you. Like don't, and that's why I feel like it's like correlates and ties in with the whole men talking about their feelings and it's okay to like feel certain ways and it's I feel like it's a whole pride thing, bro. Like with us men, it's just like we feel like we have to get things done by ourselves or we always have to have it figured out. And I just feel like that's what's wrong with most people in today's world is that they don't know how to ask for that certain help or they don't know how to be okay with the not being able to figure something out or being in a certain situation where they're not able to provide, and which is sad. It really is, but I know some people that are brought up like that and it's just very concerning to see where we're going to go if that's what keeps happening. And like we need to break that what's the word,
That cycle.
yeah, and just make sure that people are open to being needing of help and they shouldn't feel embarrassed for having needing somebody to lean on, for instance. Is like it's okay to have those moments, like I said, and like we talk about all the time. We're not gonna be able to have it all figured out in one instance, and if we just keep moving on and keep believing in ourselves and people around us and having that support system to lean on, and if you ever need to, just definitely it's okay to lean on them, like you said, dude. It's I'd much rather like hear about somebody's financial problems or anything, and if I can help out, like that'd be awesome. But I'd much rather hear that than have them just or just hear about them stressing themselves out more because they don't know how to do this, or they can't figure this out, or they can't pay this, and it's just like, all right, dude, it's totally fine. Say you ask however many people in our group, if you like, for instance, hypothetically, if somebody needed $1,000 or something, and it's okay to ask like certain different people. You don't have to ask one person for $1,000. You can ask 5 different people for just little sums of money. Like, you don't have to get it all from one person, and there's so many different outlets you can do it from, whether it's friends, family, co-workers, and it's okay to ask about these things and ask for help in those certain moments, because you don't have to have it figured out today, tomorrow, the next day.
Can I borrow $1,000?
Right? Like,
No,
I'm
seriously, I don't know anyone that would lend me $1,000.
Like,
okay, so
maybe my
honestly,
parents, you know.
No,
when I was younger, I didn't ask. I did not try. I never asked for help. I hated asking for help. Even as I get older, I hate it, and I hate borrowing money from people. But I've been blessed to have people know that when shit came down, like the last 3 years with everything with Martha's Vineyard, me learning everything I wanted to do with Martha's Vineyard, the van, breaking down other shit. I've had people, Kai getting Kai with her mouth. People give me $500-$600. Shit, when Kai got fucking rat poison, we did a GoFundMe, and people reached out. And Kai was like 7 at the time. So people had seen her on my Instagram, had seen her through a lot of stuff, Facebook. So people were like, whew. And I was nervous about doing it. I didn't want to do it. One of my friends was like, no. And she actually did it for me. That helped me pay for her medical bills because the money was tight. You know, I got the house, been about having the house for a year. I think COVID hit, and I had just started my own company, and shit was just like it's been a battle for the last 4 or 5 years since I started my own company. But I wouldn't change it for the world, man. Even those days that I wake up and I was scared that he was gonna break all my shit. The fear of going home and not having any of my plates anywhere. And guess what? I would do that 100 more times just to be where I am today, with having Chef in my life now, having a house where it's more squared away that I want it to be, my stuff in storage, and I have this great podcast I've been doing even from over in Atlanta with these 2 fucking great, incredible guys, Sideshow Mike and DJ Concrete. I'm just saying, I'm blessed, and even with all the fear, there's nothing in my past, like there is some stuff I would do differently, but on this journey, even with the failures, it's fucking making me grow. Okay, so let's get away from failure, fear, all that shit. Let's go into a better thing. All right, not maybe better. This is kind of worse. So if I told y'all off the air, I'm not leaving tomorrow like I planned on.
Yes. Okay. We're very disappointed.
So I will be in Atlanta until at least the 16th. And then I'm going to be, hopefully everything goes straight, and I'll be heading out to Florida, and then I'll come over. So I'll be there. I'm looking at like right middle April maybe. Or early April. I still might. It depends on how fast I move it in. And it depends on this too, how I feel about this.
Yeah. No, you need to have a little bit of padding to ride.
Because the padding, I had $900 padding, and that $900 is no more. So the $600 does not work without the $900 padding. So that doesn't really work for me.
Yeah.
I feel you. It's all right. But you'll get here hopefully soon, or then later. But it's okay if you don't either. I mean, you got to figure your stuff out for sure. And you will. You just got to keep moving, keep trucking, keep going on. The dogs will be there to support you,
Same thing with you, bro.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
Like, hey, dude, when I first met you, I'm going to talk about both of y'all real quick. I'm going to talk about the growth of both of y'all since I first met both of y'all. First of all, what I've seen, and I feel like, when I met you, you knew what you wanted to do, but you didn't apply yourself yet for it. You wanted to do it, and you kept saying, I want to do this, I want to do it, I want to do it, I want to do it. When I met you, and I kept saying, just do it, bro. Like, and finally, you started doing your videos, more videos. You started doing your goofy videos, taking what you did in front of people and putting it on video, and showing them how you love life and love yourself and love food, and your friends and everybody and your family. To me, that's totally, you've got more organized, and now you've grown a lot with that.
Because, bro,
you have a podcast now. You have all your videos you've been doing. I see you do more editing. I've seen you grow. DJ Concrete, don't even get me started about you.
What did I do?
First time I met you, actually, I've seen you grow, like, how far you've grown behind that bored and have you learn how to do new stuff and I
Yeah.
ask you to do stuff and then you go and you learn like
Mm-hmm.
you could be like, fuck you, dude, I'm not working on this shit, but you work on your off time just to help us out.
The usual reaction would be, I don't know how to do that. Like, I can't do that for you. I'm like, I can find out. There's 100 tutorials on the damn internet. Like, it can't be that hard. You know, it's an order of operations. I just need a list of the operations. Yeah, yeah, no, like getting that sample uploaded into the mixer. Like I had to convert the sound file into a specific format an SD card, and yeah, but I just tried popping it on the SD card and slipping it in, and it couldn't read the file, and then I formatted the SD card, and then it didn't accept the file. And then, and finally I found, oh, it has to be in this very special format I've never heard of. So, but now I know how to do it. I think next time I'll probably still have to go back to the tutorial just to check, but
Yeah.
but it'll be a little more streamlined this time.
Hey, wait, before you go, these concrete, let's talk about the background, let's talk about the lunch money, let's talk about how the screens are set up now. That was all you. Like you did.
Oh.
We asked you to do, if you could do something for us, and you did it. And
Yep.
that's growth.
Yeah. I'm working on the 2-screen template. I'm like this close. I just gotta relearn how to do alpha layers. So it's basically done. I just need to cut out the 2 squares for the video windows.
I like this.
I come in 30 minutes early because stuff usually doesn't work as soon as I turn it on. It's like glitching out. It needs to be reset. Updates need to be done. But on the rare occasion when I turn it all on and everything works, I use that 30 minutes for something related to the show. Even if it's just going through XSplit and just cleaning up old files. Getting the clutter out of the way. So it's 30 minutes well spent.
Dude, today's so sleepy. I've been on and off.
Is it raining there?
It's been kind of on and off all day.
So it was cloudy, then it got sunny, and now it rained.
Oh, out there?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Dude, I was putting stuff into my storage unit. Okay. You want to hear a fucking funny story? Y'all motherfuckers gonna laugh your ass off. Okay, so I have a storage unit. You have to go through, you put a code in to go through the sliding doors. But I have a lot of stuff, so I talked to the guy. He's like, I can open the exit door that's like 2 doors from my unit, or 1 door from my unit. So I go through the doors, open the exit door, go back, get the van, drive around to the exit door, and as I'm getting under the strap, I look over, the wind blows, and the door closes. And then the rain comes.
Double.
And so I'm like, do I want to get in the van and drive all the way around to the other side, or do I just want to run up to this the door around the corner that has a code, I can put it in there? And so I put the code in, and I come back in. I'm soaked, right? I go to the exit door, open it again. I don't know if when I walked out, if I closed it myself or if the wind did it, but I closed it again, and at this time I'm picking up the box off the back of the van, and I'm like, oh, fuck, bullshit. And you know me, I'll start losing. I'm like, this is fuck. So I do it again. This time I slam that door all the way against the fucking thing, and I make it, but I get wet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's no fun getting wet.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was really pissed. But that happened. I did that twice.
That's the worst, bro. You probably got soaked too, didn't you? Oh.
Bro, yes, I got so. It wasn't like little rain. It was like pouring.
Oh.
When you look at your weather thing, it's at 100% rain.
I've gotten caught in those moments. I'm like, mother.
Bro, my shirt is still wet. My pants are wet. My shoes are wet.
Damn.
And guess what? If I had known, I would have been wearing my boys. I would have been wearing these.
Ooh, the extra toughs. Them things are nice.
Come on.
Them things
Hey,
are
you
nice.
know I live in Mass.
I gotta get another pair of those.
Got your boat shoes?
Hey, you gotta know I live in Mass.
True. I gotta get another pair of those. Mine are beat up.
Dude, that's my first pair. I like them, man. It takes a minute to wear. Once they wear in, they're good.
They're waterproof as heck too, bro. Just make sure
Yeah.
you don't get anything in your freaking and the openings, and you're good. But other than that, they're good. They're one of the best, some of the best boots I've had. Not gonna lie to you, extra tough sports. The gray ones still do. Them things are Mint.
Yeah, I looked at a whole bunch till I picked those. I asked people what they thought, and a lot of people liked these, so I grabbed them.
Not too bad. I need to get a new pair of shoes too soon.
You're wearing Crocs right now.
Yep.
I
got Crocs on.
Did you?
Oh, yo, twinsies.
In the movie Idiocracy, that's the shoe that everyone wears in the future because Crocs weren't like a big thing back then. The producers found this line of footwear and they were like, "This is ridiculous. No one's ever gonna wear these. These are the dumbest shoes I've ever seen." And now everyone wears them.
Everybody wears them, dude.
Shit, hey, think about this. Do y'all remember watching what's that show you go and you like you give them you try to like sell your company or get investments for your company?
Yeah.
What is it called?
Oh, Shark Tank.
Shark Tank. Uber went there and all the sharks said, "Fuck no, that'll never work. Uber, no one's gonna want to drive someone around in their own car. Yada yada, that'll never work."
I mean, I can understand why they were skeptic. There's been a lot of problems.
Mm-hmm.
But it still made a lot of money.
Yeah, I did one Uber run, and halfway to pick up the client, I realized my back seat was full of tools, and I was like, "Oh shoot! If it's more than one person, I'm gonna just have to like apologize and cancel the trip." But luckily, it was only one person. Of course, they went to go open the back door, and of course, it's a girl by herself. And I'm like, "Do you mind the front seat? Is that weird?" Like, I can cancel a ride. It won't cost you anything except the time, it took me to get here. She was like, "No, that's fine. I got 5 stars." So I did one drive. I got 5 stars. Haven't used the app since. So,
Yo, I drove for Uber when I was living in Midtown Atlanta. So it's a downtown area with a lot of like stuff going on. So I was like, "This is cool. I can sit in my house, turn the Uber, jump in my car, do this." And I had a Prius at the time. So I'm like, "Yo, I got rid of my Yukon Prius. Perfect." I used to promote the fuck out of my chef stuff, Hippie Head Chef and all that shit, and that motherfucker. But I only drove like maybe about 20 times, and I said, "Fuck that shit."
Yeah, I've never done Uber. I don't know if I will either.
They do have Uber on the island.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you should do Uber. You should be the island Uber.
I mean, it's a side hustle. You can do it whenever you want. Make your own hours.
I mean, just like a prostitute.
Yeah, just like a prostitute.
Bro, you're so... You are something else.
So real quick, before we get about this motherfucker, y'all. Hey, dinner plans or not dinner plans, or what was your favorite meal of the week?
Ooh. My mom and I made dinner the other night. It was she made steak and mashed potatoes. I made linguiça and rice, and we had salad and some garlic bread. And that was quite tasty.
Yo, are you ever gonna invite me over for dinner when I get back?
If you ever get back here, I miss you.
So I did one night. It was that frozen fried chicken in the air fryer, but I threw a ton of cheddar cheese on top of all of it, and garlic and Parmesan. It was just like it was kind of like a reverse mozzarella stick with chicken in the middle.
Yum. That sounds unbelievable.
It only took 10 minutes to make.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to eat tonight. What was your meal of the week?
What about you, man?
So,
I
know I'm leaving Atlanta. I'm leaving the South soon. And I think Carolina's the last place Publix is at. And my homeboy is selling his house because I'm in Noonan. I'm out visiting my homeboy because, my house is about to be rented out Friday, so everything's already out of it. And so I was like, "What are we doing for dinner? Are we cooking?" He was like, "We're not cooking in the kitchen because everything's been clean and the house is up on the market tomorrow." He's like, "So I'm not doing anything in the house." So we're like, "Let's go to Publix. We're going to get a Publix sub." I love Publix subs. Like if I had to rate like subs, they're one of the top sub, like, because you got like, I love it's their bread. It's their fucking bread, man. Their whole wheat bread. The fuck it's chocolatey brown, but it has that good sweet, has a little sweetness flavor to it. And then it depends what you get. And the meat sliced right there. Like, I'm sorry, Jimmy John's and fucking Subway. I don't care if you slice. It's just they slice it different. They slice it a bit thicker, it feels like it's so much more love into it. And the pickles, everything looks so much fresher.
Where'd you
And
say
you got a
that
whole
was
grocery store there.
from? Publix?
Yeah, Publix.
Never heard of it.
Me either.
Is it
It's a grocery store in the down south area. They have some of the best fucking subs. You go check out my Instagram. I did a live video on it when I was getting one time.
All right. We'll have to check out that Instagram
So-
video.
So I mean, no. So you know, like you go to a grocery store, they have a deli section,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and the deli section they can build. They actually Publix has a place where they build. You can build sandwiches right next to it. You go there and you tell them, oh, I want to get I want to get a whole sandwich, a whole one. Like I got a Cajun chicken one the
Sounds
other
like
day.
a White's Market. That's a grocery chain up north.
Okay, but I know like Harris Teeter, they have a place where you can get sandwiches made like near the deli. Kroger does too, but I don't think fucking what's that place called on the island again? Stop and Shop. They don't have it where you can get a sandwich made, do they?
No, you can.
Just
You
the
can.
meat.
You can get hot chicken.
I think they got pre-made sandwiches at the one down in Vineyard Haven, but they're not that great. I mean, it's on
Yeah.
par with like a Cumberland Farm sandwich.
Yeah, no. So this is like I'm saying. So to be able to go, and we really don't have a place on the island to go get a nice sub.
Mm.
Do we? Like, there's not even a Subway there.
Well,
and Subway's shitty.
Winston's
Subway's
does a good
trash.
Philly cheese, but it's
It's
not like- well, actually, also Moe's does a really mean Italian.
Yo, Moe's does have a big.
no, Moe's is good. I'll give you that. But I'm talking about like a sandwich shop. Like, Moe's is a sandwich shop, but
there
I'm talking about like a sub sandwich shop where they do like mostly subs.
Like a Jersey Mike's or something like that.
Yeah, Jersey
Mike's
Mike's.
bus.
Or there's one in Austin, Texas. I can't remember, but it has like a grill out front of it. It's
What's the
a
other
local
one?
one in Austin. Man, and it's weird hippie kind of vibe. I used to love that place.
There was this place in Worcester called Regatta Deli that had some fire subs. Ooh. You can get an Italian. You can get a fat meatball sub. And when I tell you it came on like a half of a... I don't even know what it was, what kind of bread it was. But, yo, that thing was a monster.
Is it still there or no?
Yeah. I'm about to go get one when I go home this
So,
weekend.
hey, when you go there, so is that south? Could I go through that to get to the vineyard, or do I have? Is that
Worcester,
up
you
north?
can, yeah. I used to drive from Worcester to... what are you talking
No. So I'm coming from Atlanta.
about? Uh-huh.
Do I have to go past the island to go to it, or can it be? Is it down here?
You might have to go past.
Okay, then we're gonna have to do a trip together because I was gonna say I would stop there and check it out. I want to check out sandwich shops on my way up.
coming from Atlanta, yeah, you're probably gonna have to go past. Oh, jeez Louise. I don't know what the heck's going on, dude.
Bro, I think it's the weather. Look, man, I know we've been going for a long time. I know it's time to get up out of here. I just want to say I love y'all, and man, I just love y'all, man. That's all. Life is not bad. No bad days.
Let me get that.
None of
money.
them.
Let me
yeah,
get that
we can
lunch
get
motherfucking money
too,
now,
bro.
cause hey, I'm broke, bitches. Give me that lunch money.